The film opens on a beach in Los Angeles where two homeless teenagers named Piper and Dan are secretly living near a lifeguard tower, and one morning a man named Johnny approaches them with food claiming to work for a shelter and saying he wants to help, and Dan immediately becomes suspicious and warns Piper not to trust the food, and to prove it is safe Johnny takes a bite himself before telling them the shelter offers food, showers, clean clothes, a safe place to stay, no strict curfew, and no police involvement, and he also promises Piper she will not be sent back to her stepfather, and although Dan still has doubts both teenagers eventually agree to go with him, but when they reach a white van two men suddenly jump out and force them inside, and as they call for help Johnny calmly removes the fake shelter logo from the van revealing the entire story was a trap. And later Johnny calls his boss Mileena and tells her he has brought in a boy and a girl, and Mileena is disappointed because she prefers teenagers from stable families rather than homeless runaways since those teens are harder to manipulate and therefore far more valuable. The story then moves to Katherine Hudson, a widow living in a California suburb with her 16-year-old daughter Emma, and 1 year has passed since Emma's father died and both of them are trying to rebuild their lives, and during breakfast Katherine notices Emma wearing a locket containing her father's photo and Emma assures her mother she is doing better. And their conversation turns playful when Emma jokes that Katherine is an overprotective helicopter mom, and Katherine finally agrees to let Emma date but only after meeting the boy first, and later Katherine drops Emma at the mall to meet her friend Courtney, and as she drives away she notices in her mirror that the girls never actually enter the mall and instead stay outside and meet two older boys, and one of them is Johnny while the other is Adam, and Courtney introduces them and encourages Emma to get to know Adam. And something about the situation feels wrong to Katherine so she calls Emma, and when Emma does not answer Katherine decides not to push it because she does not want her daughter thinking she is controlling. At work Katherine notices a missing person poster for Piper, the same girl seen at the beginning of the film, and the poster worries her but her boss Tom insists the neighborhood is safe and says most missing teen cases involve runaways, and he even asks Katherine to remove the poster so it does not scare potential investors, and Katherine reluctantly takes it down, but before she can leave a woman named Anna Fry approaches her. And Anna works for an organization called Saving Innocents which helps victims of trafficking and exploitation, and she immediately questions Katherine about why she removed the missing girl's poster, and Katherine explains her boss told her to because it could create a bad image for the neighborhood, and Anna tells her that children do not only disappear from rough areas and that sometimes they are taken from places where families feel completely safe. And she says Piper was last seen near a nearby beach and asks Katherine to volunteer, but Katherine refuses because she has to pick up Emma, and before leaving Anna asks one powerful question: what would Katherine do if her own child went missing, and this affects Katherine deeply, and Anna gives her a business card and tells her not to remove any more missing posters, and feeling guilty Katherine puts the poster back before leaving. That same day Emma and Courtney spend time at the beach with Johnny and Adam, and Johnny offers the girls drinks and Courtney accepts but Emma refuses, and Johnny jokes about it while Adam quietly respects her choice, and Emma starts liking Adam because he seems calm and gentle unlike Johnny who feels loud and pushy, and later Johnny takes Courtney for a walk leaving Emma and Adam alone. And Adam speaks softly making Emma believe he may truly be a nice person, and that night at dinner Emma asks Katherine if she can see a movie with Courtney the next day, and Katherine first agrees but then asks about the older boys she saw outside the mall, and Emma admits the boy she met is named Adam, and Katherine asks his age and last name and Emma admits she does not know his last name and says he is around 19, and this worries Katherine because Emma is only 16. And she tells Emma that if she wants to see Adam again Katherine must meet him first, and Emma feels her mother is controlling her life and their argument grows worse and Emma angrily says her father would not have made such a big issue, and Katherine is hurt but explains she is raising Emma alone and only wants to protect her, and after the argument she grounds Emma for 24 hours. The next morning Emma ignores her mother's warning and secretly climbs out through her bedroom window and meets Courtney near the mall, and Katherine soon finds Emma's room empty and becomes worried. And at the mall Emma and Courtney meet Johnny who says he has a new car and offers them a ride while claiming Adam is sick and cannot come, and Courtney gets excited and leaves with Johnny but Emma refuses. And as Johnny leaves he secretly texts someone while Katherine keeps calling Emma and getting no answer, and Emma is now alone, and a little later Adam arrives and Emma is surprised because Johnny said he was sick, and Adam tells her he lied to Johnny because he wanted time alone with her, and Emma finds this romantic and trusts him even more. And Adam takes Emma for smoothies and they talk for a while but suddenly Emma feels dizzy and weak and moments later she loses consciousness. And Adam acts worried in front of others but it was all part of the plan, and he quickly takes Emma through a maintenance corridor to the same white van used earlier for Piper and Dan, and a man named Mike puts her inside, and Adam looks guilty and says Emma is a sweet girl, but Mike reminds him they have orders and pays Adam, who then throws Emma's phone into a dumpster so no one can track her. The van takes Emma to a warehouse, and when she wakes she is locked in a cage with several other girls and is shocked to see Courtney already there, and she realizes Johnny and Adam were both part of the trap, and all the girls are scared and confused, and soon Mileena arrives cold and completely confident. And she tells them they must quickly accept their new reality if they want things to be easier, and says their old lives are over and they now belong to her and will never see their families again, and the girls panic even more, and Mileena warns them not to try to escape because her people will find them and their families could also be harmed since she knows exactly who they are and where they live, and then Mileena explains her operation and tells the girls they must impress guests and clients and follow every order, and if they refuse or break rules they may lose food or be punished. And Mileena then asks which girls are still inexperienced because they are more valuable, and 2 girls nervously raise their hands, and Emma hesitates then raises hers too, and Mileena looks satisfied and orders her men to clean the girls and prepare them for a photo shoot. Meanwhile, Katherine finds Emma's tablet and tracks her phone signal near the mall and rushes there and follows the signal to the back area, but Emma is nowhere to be found, and Katherine calls Emma's phone and hears its ringtone coming from a trash can nearby, and her heart sinks completely because Emma did not run away in anger and something serious has happened, and crying Katherine calls emergency services and reports Emma missing. And detectives Richmond and Cordoba arrive and Katherine shows them where she found the phone and insists Emma did not run away, but the police say Emma cannot officially be treated as missing yet because 24 hours have not passed, and they take Emma's phone for fingerprints and tell Katherine to go home and wait in case Emma calls or returns herself. And Katherine returns home broken and hoping Emma may be there, but the house is completely empty and she breaks down and cries, blaming herself as a mother. At the warehouse the girls are forced into light clothes and lined up while Johnny sets up camera equipment, and their photos and videos are taken against their will, and Katherine spends the entire day desperately searching and calls Emma's friends and relatives, but no one has seen her, and as night falls she remembers Anna's business card and calls her saying Emma is missing, and Anna immediately asks her to come to the office. And at the warehouse that night Emma tells Piper they should try to escape, but Piper says no one gets out alive and explains that a few days earlier one girl reached the gate but guards caught her after she fell and injured her leg, and Mileena ended her life in front of everyone as a warning, and Emma becomes even more terrified. Katherine reaches Anna's office where the walls are covered with missing teens posters, and Anna says police are not always effective in these cases and that if Katherine wants Emma back she must act herself, and Anna warns they have very little time because girls like Emma are often moved or handed over within 48 hours, and Katherine is completely shocked, and Anna asks if Emma recently met a new boy and Katherine remembers Adam. And Anna explains the Romeo trap where a young charming boy gives a teenage girl attention and compliments and fake affection to win her trust before helping take her, and Katherine realizes this is exactly what happened to Emma, and that night Mileena checks on the sleeping girls while Johnny tells her he has posted their photos online and clients will arrive at the Pink Motel the next day, and Mileena tells him not to waste inexperienced girls on regular clients because they must be saved for higher level buyers, and she coldly warns that if Adam makes any mistake Johnny will be personally responsible. The next day Anna shows Katherine online listings where similar missing girls are being advertised, and seeing them breaks Katherine's heart completely, and she asks why police do not act, and Anna explains that police often view these girls as willing participants rather than victims, so even if they find one she may end up in jail rather than getting help. And later Katherine and Anna hand out Emma's flyers at the mall, and Anna notices security cameras near the store where Emma's phone was found, and after repeated requests the mall manager finally agrees to show them the footage, and they see Emma and Courtney at the mall and then see Johnny leave with Courtney while Emma stays to meet Adam, and then Emma suddenly collapses and Adam carries her into a camera-free maintenance corridor, and Anna tells the manager to call police while she and Katherine head toward the corridor. On the way Katherine spots Adam in a nearby park where Johnny is already talking to 2 new girls, and Katherine corners Adam and asks where Emma is, and Adam pretends to know nothing, but Katherine says the security footage shows him with her daughter, and Johnny hears this and runs. And Adam also tries to escape, but Katherine chases him and knocks him down, and Adam has asthma and struggles to breathe. And Katherine takes his inhaler and says she will not return it unless he tells the truth. And Adam finally admits he gave Emma to a man named Mike who works for a moving company, and Katherine gives back the inhaler, and Anna arrives saying police are on the way, but before Adam can say more Johnny returns and shoots him, and while dying Adam tells Katherine that Mike works for a woman named Mileena. Mileena learns police are involved and immediately orders her men to clear the warehouse and move the girls. And after police come to Katherine's home and scold her for risking her life, Katherine angrily tells them they did nothing to find Emma, and after they leave Katherine and Anna search online ads, and after many posts Katherine recognizes Courtney in one of the listings, and Anna realizes the girls are being sent to the Pink Motel but Emma is not listed, which means she is being saved for a special buyer, and desperate Katherine decides to book an appointment under false pretenses to get inside and find out where Emma is. And on the way to the Pink Motel Anna reveals she was once one of those girls herself, and at 14 she ran away and was caught by similar people who kept her in a warehouse in Texas and mistreated her and sold her repeatedly, and one night trapped in a truck she found a screwdriver and attacked a man to escape, but police blamed her and she spent 4 years in prison, and now her only purpose is saving other victims. Before Katherine goes inside, Anna warns that if anything goes wrong these people could kill both her and Emma, and Katherine tells Anna to call police if she does not return in 30 minutes, and Anna gives her a spare phone knowing the guards will search her, and Katherine hides it successfully, and inside the motel Katherine finds Courtney unconscious on a bed and wakes her and asks about Emma, and while talking Katherine secretly sends Courtney's photo to Anna, who immediately calls police and reports that girls are being held there, and Courtney is weak but says 3 girls were moved earlier, and Katherine helps her dress and tries to sneak her out, but a guard catches them and points a gun at Katherine, and she lies that she came to buy Courtney, but the guard says he knows exactly who she is, and when Katherine hears Emma's name she tells him she will go willingly if he takes her to her daughter, and as she turns he hits her and she loses consciousness, and he puts Katherine in a van and drives away while Anna secretly follows. When Katherine wakes she is tied to a table with Mileena standing nearby, and she sees Emma and cries and begs Mileena to take any amount of money and let her daughter go, and Mileena says Emma has already been sold to wealthy buyers who will arrive soon, and then Mileena tells Katherine her own story, saying that at 13 her own mother sold her and by 18 Mileena was trapping other girls herself and eventually built her own operation. And she says what happened made her strong and now only money matters, and Mileena asks what Katherine told police, and when Katherine says nothing Mileena begins hurting Emma to force the truth, but Katherine still says nothing, and the guard enters and Mileena says they plan to sell Katherine's organs, but before anything can happen Mike tries to take advantage of Katherine, and thinking quickly she tricks him and grabs his gun and forces him to take her to Emma. And when they reach the room where the other girls are kept Emma is not there because Mileena has already taken her outside and is holding her at gunpoint. Katherine reaches them and threatens to shoot Mileena, but Mileena pushes Emma toward Katherine, and as Katherine catches her daughter the gun falls from her hand, and Mileena quickly points her own weapon at Katherine and says she will make Emma's life miserable, and just as she is about to shoot Emma picks up the fallen gun and shoots Mileena herself, and Katherine immediately pulls her daughter close, and at that exact moment Anna and the police arrive and Mileena's men are arrested and all the girls are finally rescued. The film closes with a powerful message that danger is not limited to rough areas and that teenagers can be targeted through safe suburbs, shopping malls, online listings, fake romance, and charming boys who pretend to genuinely care, warning parents never to take missing cases lightly and showing teenagers that trusting strangers too quickly can put them in terrible danger. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video like this.